The white primer loves running through the airbrush. Said no one ever. It actually went okay, although it did clog it 100% open. But luckily, the Badger Patriot, it usually clogs open instead of shut. So it just becomes a single action airbrush instead of a double action airbrush.
And were you using like the Vallejo?
Yeah, like the 7-year-old Vallejo white primer.
Yeah, bet you that's part of it too.
Yeah.
Doesn't Badger make a white?
Probably.
A white primer? I wonder if it's any good.
Yeah. Yeah, because as much as I love the white ink, it's still pretty expensive, and it does take like a day to cure, or else it'll just rub off. Look at that. Ooh, I only want to watch it. EOB evening, guys. Jason M. Hey, everyone. Gabriel. Buenos dias, boys.
Woo!
Ooh.
And we got a new model.
Yeah.
New models.
3 of them. A Necron, PLASMANCER, and 2 Royal Wardens.
Look at them go.
Yeah. Repairman Jay, how do you keep paints from separating? I mean, they separate, but then you just shake them back up. If they're separating on the palette, it probably means you're not shaking them enough before you scoop them out or drip them out.
On one of the Wardens, is that a cat's tail on there? On the base?
The base? No. One of them has a big chunk of building.
Oh, that's.
I think it's a window.
Oh.
Part of like a fancy.
I thought it was, you know, for Age of Sigmar, for Dominion. You could put those bits on. I thought it was one of those for a second.
Tickets are your friends. Remember, folks, show some love and support and hit that thumbs down. We love them. If you're new to the channel, join the Motley Crew and hit that subscribe. We also have a Patreon and Discord channel. Yeah, we have a Patreon.
Better believe it.
And
that's
a
who
Discord
decided
channel
on these models.
I think I'm going to paint, and then at the very end of my painting session, I'm going to put some black oil washes on, so that they have plenty of time to dry over Sunday.
And you're going to throw the models out.
Yeah, just chuck them.
That'd be kind of a fun thing where, like, on stream you paint up something, and then you burn it on stream, too.
Yeah, that would be fun.
If only models grew on trees.
Ooh, do I have tweezers near me? No.
Well, I always have tweezers with me. I mean, I feel like that's pretty insane.
Shoop.
Jubles, I got a sling, and I'm practicing with it so I can hunt Amazon delivery drones like wild game.
Nice.
It's a good idea.
I know my grandpa hunted with a sling because he hunted, I think, pheasants or ducks. I don't remember, but he said he used a sling to make it harder.
I mean, that's like the same thing with people that do bow hunting.
Yeah.
Like, those are the crazy people that want it to just be really difficult.
And bow hunters, I mean, talk about those losers. Spear hunting. Really, it should just be sharpened stick hunting.
Yeah, there you go.
Or you give the animal a gun, too.
Yeah, perfect.
Holy Travioli tips! Hey, Jay and Nick, I love how goofy and amazing you guys are. Your videos make my day better. I literally every time. Thank you so much for the dedication and time you guys put into the channel. Yay!
Woo!
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Don't worry, we won't let it go to our heads. All the praise.
I already did.
Somebody else tip and say something mean to balance it out.
Yeah. All the dollars that we raise from the live streams go to our Bentleys. So that's where those go.
Sean, hi folks. Is there any ties between the Night Houses and Cadian Sector before the fall? I have no idea. Really, I have no idea what those words mean. I know the night house. I mean, I know night houses exist, and I know that the Cadian sector is a group of planets by the Eye of Terror.
Hmm.
But I don't know. I mean, the
I
knights
certainly don't know what the words are.
The knights were spread out all across the galaxy pre 30k. So the knights, the knights probably don't have anything associating themselves with Cadia. Holy Travioli tips again! I hate how much I love your channel. Let's see, what colors do I need? Oh my god, I did no preparation. Oh good, there's a paint near me. The Glorious One tips. Are y'all having a glorious day? Question, do you think they will redo all Skaven new patrol, or maybe bring them to Kill Team? Clam, Skyray, yes. Is that a Skaven thing? Clan, Skyray? I bet they'll redo some Skaven. I think there's no chance of them coming to Kill Team, because it's a different... I mean, one of them is Fantasy, Age of Sigmar, and the other one's Sci-Fi 40k. I think though, if you wanted to proxy Skaven, I think the perfect thing to do it with would probably be the Kroot, because you can bring 13 guys, and they all have a acceptable gun and okay close combat. So I feel like they'd be a good choice, because the Skaven probably don't have like special weapons or missiles like the Guard. Maybe
they got plague bombs.
They got plague bombs. That's true. Oh, the crew can take grenades, so that could be your plague bombs.
Ah, there you go. Perfect. Holy Trevioli, best $15 I've spent in a long time.
Woo!
I know, it goes right to the Bentley.
Mm-hmm. Geru Games. I've been working on Necrons, and I love Forge World Inks. FW, something, F&W, Dollar Rowney. I don't know what the F is. Yeah, FW, is it FW Dollar Rowney? I have one right here. They're very nice, although a little pricey.
I'm a Liquitex man myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Liquitex is like $1 cheaper.
Yep.
Sebastian Cobos Alvarado, give one of them a Sans eye. I challenge you. Doesn't Sans just have a normal skeleton head? Undertale Sans.
Sans Seraph?
No, it's from a video game.
No.
Yeah, Sans just has like oh no, one of his eyes turns blue. Okay, that would be kind of cute. Although I don't put blue on my Necrons. Their color is white and orange. But maybe.
Well, too bad.
Oh god, there's hentai of Sans.
Screen share. Someone doesn't have safe search on.
TK's Ready to Prince, over 60 watchers and only 20 thumbs down. Come on, peeps, show that love and hit the thumbs down.
Hell yeah. Give us that thumbs down.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Fitz, for my PLASMANCER, his pointer finger broke off, and I lost it, so now he's just holding up an angry fist.
Yeah, it seems like that's a big breaking point for that model.
Oh, you guys. That's what he's saying now.
Mm-hmm. The book Indominus, which is basically kind of like the story behind the models in the Indominus box, has some really cool stuff with the Necrons.
You mean it's an advertisement?
Yeah, it's an advertisement. It changes perspectives a whole lot between the Space Marines and the Necrons, and every now and then there's a chapter from this perspective of a Scorpek Destroyer Lord, And at the very end of the book, he dies, and in his last moments, he remembers his family and himself as a necrotire, and realizes the folly of his ways as a destroyer cult member. And it was really neat. Because for the rest of the book, he's just like, his entire inner monologue is just kill, kill, kill.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. Sean, lost my dislike numbers yesterday. Thumbs down.
Oh no!
I still got it. I still have thumbs downs. Still have dislikes. I'm really doing it.
Mm-hmm.
EJ95 tips. Jay is the worst and Gamza reigns supreme. My April 1st opinion, applicable to that day only. You heard it here, folks. GeForce member 45. Hey, Jay and Nick. What do you guys think of the Christmas box sets? Do you like them, hate them, or neutral?
It's possible I'll have more to say about the Christmas boxes on Monday, but I'll say they're all right.
Except for the orc one.
Except for the orc one. The orc one kind of sucks.
Yeah.
It just I don't understand why no orc player needs 20 more boys, 10 more Gretchen, and 5 more knobs. They should have put in other kits that are more fun.
Yes. And then the fun kits that they put in don't make any sense.
Yeah.
I don't understand how a trike really goes with the flyer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's silly.
Yeah.
Big ol' silly thing.
Yeah.
But
I would have put in all the buggies and the trike. That would have been just dope. I would have bought that.
Yeah, that would have been a pretty cool set, or at least like 2 buggies, a trike, maybe some mega knobs.
Yeah.
Something different. It'd be kind of cool if it was like a mech only set or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if it had a theme.
Yeah. But you know what does have a theme? Our challenges.
Yeah.
You know what time it is? It's time to reveal some winners.
Yeah. Right after I finish with this color.
Yes. Exactly.
Contrast paint waits for no man.
Mm-hmm.
It dries pretty quick.
It does dry. Does dry quick. Well, it's okay because people have to join in.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
If you're used to washes, contrast paint is it'll sneak up on you.
Oh yeah. A juice. I just got that Dominion box, but I really want the Death Guard one.
The Death Guard looks cool.
Yep. Lots of shrimpies.
I like the Death Guard.
Not the guys.
Lots of shrimpies. The Myphetic Blight Hauler. If you want a tip for the Myphetic Blight Hauler, I would say it's an easy to build kit, but I found that a lot of the pegs were ever so slightly damaged and weren't fitting together, so I would just cut off all the pegs and just glue it together, and then it'll go together perfectly. I bet if you had a box perfect, like straight from the factory, the pegs would slide into the slots beautifully, but I think rolling around in the cardboard box, they get just a little tiny bit damaged, and the tolerances are perfect. But plastic is fragile, so it doesn't fit perfectly. And there we go.
Sweet.
Woo!
Well, are we ready?
Yeah! Let's get ready to rumble!
Sweet. So we'll go with the first. Well, the first 3 are going to be the kind of our special categories, and then we're going to do the top 5 our favorite top 5, and then we're going to go to the ultimate winner, the winner that actually gets a prize, which is very exciting. So, first, exactly, we're going to be starting with the community pick.
Boom! 40k guy with his... Oh god, I looked up the names like an hour ago and I've forgotten them. A tree guy from the Age of Sigmar, Sylvaneth.
Treeman. I like what I said better.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of fun because in the background you can actually see the previous entry to our challenges.
Ah, you can.
Tank, which is pretty fun. Which was another good one. But yeah, this was the community pick. This is the one that you guys voted for.
And holy tufts, Batman.
Yeah, I know. Damn, and that base just looks so good. That whole thing looks great. I mean, it totally makes sense that this is the community pick.
Yeah, and I love just the one pop of light color on the sword. Really makes it stand out.
Yep. And now, let's go to best based.
Boom! Bobby! For
Bobby.
the hunter, or the hunt.
I like it.
It's a little bowman and a deer. And I love in his write-up he had some work in progress photos, and one showed the two models like right next to each other.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah,
very nice little scene.
Yeah, I mean this is a little scene that actually tells a story.
It does.
As well. I mean, you know that deer's gonna become some meat later. Become a nice stew. All right, now we're gonna move on to the mad scientist. This is the person that tried out the most stuff.
Boop! Pharaoh von Sephiro for a gigantic, like overgrown temple, and a lady.
And a lady. Exactly.
But it's
super amazing. I mean, lighting effects and everything.
Yeah, water
it's
effects.
Wild.
Crystals.
Yeah, absolutely insane. And also just an amazing write-up part of it. Lots of photos, like 1 million photos. I mean, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Like exactly what you want.
Look at that lighty up cave trench. Just in them holy LEDs.
Exactly. All right. Let's go to the first 3 for the top 5.
Boom! Power with his tree beard. Agent Lima with the thingy. And Mauricis miniatures with the... Oh god, I looked up this one name. It Dracanox. Or the Draconite? The monster from the Slaves to Darkness start collecting. Yeah, very, very nice.
Yeah, super, super cool. I mean,
good old tree
great models, great bases. Again, all these had great write-ups.
I love Treebeard's red leaves. I like Agent Lima's orange wings. Orange is not a color you see all the time.
No, and really nice blend on them.
And also some really nice bright colors on the dragon.
Yeah. I feel like everyone really had some nice bright colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, all these. All right.
Aaron Ferguson, not really nature. How is it not nature? A tree spirit, and a dragon.
On ice.
On ice.
Sponsored by Disney on Ice.
Yeah.
All right, and let's go over to the next 2 of the top 5.
Boop. Wait. Uh-oh. But Nick is gonna vamp for a second. Where did it go? Where did it go?
Oh no, where did it go? Oh no. Justin, I'm spoiled.
I see what happened. Alright, let me Can I?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll just add it in right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone forget what you saw.
Everybody forget.
TK Super Twins, you guys need harder names to pronounce. Those are easy for you.
Mm-hmm. Aldous with his kaiju monster on a ruined temple, and Coet 15324 with a whole little tribe of ogres.
Yeah. Really, really fun.
Yeah, I like the good old the kaiju.
Aldous, what was kind of fun is Aldous had music to go along with the entry, which is fun. Like absolutely
the Godzilla
hilarious.
theme. Yeah, and those trolls are big.
They are. They're giants, and each one is individually named, which I love. And again, really good write-ups. A lot of photos. Yeah, I mean it's insane. I mean we had a bunch of entries, and it was hard to pick.
It was.
I mean, literally, it is every time. It gets a little harder every time.
Mm-hmm.
But that was our top 5. But out of all of the models that we showed off, this is going to be the ultimate winner.
Pharaoh von Sephiroth with the temple diorama. Woo!
There you go. So if you're in the chat, Pharaoh von Sephiroth, you should send us a message on Discord at the Eons of Battle account, so you can get your address and we can send you a prize.
Yeah.
And then talk to you afterwards.
Hmm?
That's the other little thing that we do.
Yes.
That's also what you win. Is that
really,
we
this
stalk
is just
you
a
now.
ploy. This is just
Yeah,
a ploy to
exactly.
get a mailing address.
Yep. Nailed it.
But good job to everyone. Every entry was good.
Mm-hmm.
And that concludes nature.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, although that concluded nature, should we move on to the next challenge?
Yeah.
We got another challenge coming up. And let me first, I'll
It's a little similar and yet so different.
I have to unprivate everything. That's what I do. Great.
Ooh.
Beautiful. So if you go to our Discord, you can actually read it. But I'll read it in just a second as I change these permissions. There we go. All right. So this challenge is called Sci-Fi Only.
Yeah.
And it starts today and it ends on December 26th. So you have way over a month, because essentially this is going to be the last challenge of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
So this is so the winners are actually going to be announced on the 1st, which is fun. And that's of course when our next challenge is going to start. But essentially, this is the exact same challenge, but now it is sci-fi inspired. So we don't want to see no nature. We don't want to see anything like that. We want to see plastic. We want to see metal. We want to see lasers. That's what we want to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can select the sci-fi inspired model. It could be something 40k Infinity or something 3D printed.
Mm-hmm.
All we ask is these models, unlike the last challenge, have nothing to do with nature or the Earth. We're thinking laser swords and machine guns.
Mm-hmm.
Choose whatever colors you want, any supplies. Kit bashing's allowed. Make sure you give your model a name. I obviously tried a bunch of stuff. Obviously
Must
get
be
more
based.
points. yes, of course, must be based. I mean, geez Louise. I mean, that goes without saying. And it's the exact same thing. You know, we want to see your write-ups. We want to see work in progress photos. Really take as good of model photos as you possibly can. Again, you should watch the last video on miniature photography video, the video where we show off how to take some really good photos. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do best base mad scientist, somebody that tries out a bunch of different techniques. We're going to do a community pick. And then, of course, we're going to do the winner circle roll with the ultimate winner getting a prize.
Woo! Sci-fi!
So there you
Gotta go turn on some lo-fi sci-fi beats to get in the mood. Tickets for the prints. Congrats to all that entered and getting models completed, and congrats to the winners. Yeah. Sebastian Cordos Alvarado. Hey Jay, are you planning on doing battle reports at some point? Yes, we are. We've actually done a whole bunch of tests and stuff, but it's hard. We work 7 days a week to get the videos done for YouTube. So
this is true.
It's hard to find extra moments to work on the battle reports, but they are coming.
They are coming.
We've discovered so many what nots to do's.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is very true.
Brooks Merkett, are you going to paint a beast boss on Squigosaur? I would love to see a video from you on him. Beast boss on Squigosaur? Is that the new Cruel Boys thing?
I don't know.
Oh no, that's the Great White Squig.
The other one?
Yeah. Maybe. It's a really, really fun model. I'd love to paint it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes. Probably. A definitive probably. A definitive maybe.
Sam Hardy, is grimdark sci-fi allowed? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Bluetooth65. It's my first time doing a Zenithal Prime on a Terminator. Any tips? Yeah, just spray away. Alex YT, hey, did you end up throwing out those instructions? I am also an instruction hoarder. I have not thrown them out yet, but I will. They're just sitting on the ground where I left them.
I saw somebody had a suggestion for you where they said you should sell them all because apparently you can get a couple bucks each.
Maybe.
Some people buy them because they're creeps.
Maybe that's an idea.
Mm-hmm.
There's some I guess maybe interesting stuff in there.
Yeah.
I remember I kept all of my Forge World baggies from the Forge World things I bought, and I thought maybe one day I'll sell these. But then I thought about it, and whoever would buy them would probably just use them to scalp recasts.
You know? Yeah, probably.
Because they're kind of cool. They have Forge World on them. They're really heavy duty. Duty. Yeah, don't know what to do with them.
Radioactive Bear, what's the best spray can primer for Space Marines?
Rust-Oleum Matte Black Primer. Don't even think about using Krylon Matte Black Primer.
No. I mean, geez Louise.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that's just good primer for anything, really.
Aaron Ferguson, are Kriegsmen allowed? Yes, but I think you would definitely have to more sci-fi them up. Because the Krieg are basically just World War I soldiers. So I think you'd have to maybe do something to techie them out, like maybe glowing eyes or extra bits. Or have them standing on like the Death Star or something.
EJ95, the challenge gives me an excuse to pick up some Tomb Stalkers.
Ooh.
There you go.
Ooh, speaking of, my computer needs the power cord.
Yeah, that's usually a good thing. Leiden. Hey, in your new intro, there is a clip of you reviewing the Island of Blood box set. Where can I find your vid on it?
We don't have a video on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But 100% if there's Warhammer Old World or whatever the hell that is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean they've been teasing it for what, 5 years?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Aaron Ferguson, what about a Orc Commando for the challenge?
I'd say yes, but you'd probably have to sci-fi him up, because the real sci-fi stuff is gonna win. Like a little Blade Runner meets Star Wars meets cyberpunk with LEDs and a laser katana. On the Starship Enterprise.
GeForce member 45. Wait, you have a video, but you don't? What is this sorcery? We actually have a couple videos that have never been released.
Yeah.
Just stuff that
too hot for YouTube.
Yeah, too hot for YouTube. Yeah, you should have heard the crazy stuff Jay was saying. Damn. Yeah, pretty bad. Man, you know, it'd be really funny. I don't know if I deleted it 100% or if I kept it. I hope I kept it. There exists our very first Wednesday video that we were going to do.
Oh yeah.
Remember we gave up on it.
Yes.
And wasn't it the Land Raider?
It wasn't a Land. It was a Razorback.
Whatever. The Razorback.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear a secret? They all look the same.
Yeah.
Now that would be hilarious because it sounds bad, looks bad, doesn't make any sense, and is only the intro.
Yep. I think it was like magnetizing and maybe painting a Razorback was the theory of what the video would be.
I don't know what the idea was.
I don't know either.
Because we were writing it on the spot as we were doing it, and then we decided to not do that, and we did the Necron terrain.
Yeah. Doomslayer, do you have a prototype of the terrain for your Ultra fans to show off? The scattered terrain in the package makes the buildings look tiny.
Yeah. I don't have it on me. I'd have to put it together. But yes, I would love at one point. The timing is hard. Everything's difficult. I would like I would love because everything's printed because I want to make sure everything fits together and works. But none of it's painted. So it'd be nice to have it be painted as well to show it off. But these last couple rounds, there's no time. But yes, but I think that'd be a good idea.
Tom Perk, do you guys have an opinion on the Imperium magazine and the fact they will likely sell the Royal Court sprue for $12? Yeah, Imperium magazine looks like it's going to be an incredible bargain. I definitely think I'm going to be trying to snipe certain issues of the magazine But yeah, it just looks kind of neat. Hopefully it'll flood the market with some cheap kits.
This is true.
I don't know if I'll subscribe.
Are these like legit Games Workshop sprues that they just throw in, or do you think that they make them in China?
I don't know. I suspect that they do it in China.
Like, do you think it's like God, what the hell is it called? Like your Death Guard, the Heroes, whatever those are called.
Yeah, because those are made in China. The blind bag, Space Marine Heroes series. Yeah.
Because like you can tell, because like the sprue is like classic model kit sprue, like it's a cylinder, extruded cylinder that makes up the sprue. I wonder if the Imperial magazine is similar.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it isn't similar.
Yeah.
Little bubbler.
Doomslayer, what's the deal with the different types of cryptex? Are the Psychomancer, Tenchmancer, Chronomancer, and Cryptek with Canoptek Cloak really that different? They all have different weapon types and special abilities. There used to be 5 different types of Cryptex, and you would take them based on what abilities you wanted, and they were all kind of buffing units. Basically, Cryptex are the scientists of the Necrons, and they can do things. Some of them can control the Necron metal, some of them can control time, some of them can control energy. But yeah, basically, the Necron science is so powerful, it's basically like, it's basically magic. And they need Cryptex to control it.
Radioactive Bear, hey Jay, could you make another video about painting a McFarlane Space Marine?
Probably not.
But you love them. It's your favorite thing.
Freddy Frieza. Sup dudes, hello from Holland. Did you paint Star Wars Legion yet? Yes, I painted up tons of Star Wars Legion. You can see it in the video base an entire army.
I'm gonna do it. I'll find it.
And I also recently did two Monday videos. One called You Should Own These 3 Things Masking, and I paint a Star Wars Legion AAT, and then I finished painting that Star Wars Legion AAT in Battle Damage Made Easy, Quick Tips in 3 minutes.
This is true.
Bennett Schlooch, how is the Chibi video coming along? It's coming along really good.
Exactly.
Tom Perk, in the UK, we have the Imperium magazine up to issue 12 so far, and the 10-man Necron warriors are the same as from any Indominus box. Looks the same to me. Interesting.
If you want to look at that Star Wars Legion video, it is a model is not done until it's based. Speed basing.
Yeah.
That's the video.
Go speed basing, go speed basing, go speed basing, yeah. It'll be interesting because I think all Games Workshop sprues say, don't they all say where they're made? Let me grab a sprue really quick.
I think they do.
All right. Do.
A little bit of the old rustling.
Yeah. Games Workshop Limited 2019. I guess it doesn't say where it's made.
Ah.
They don't. None of them. Yeah. Yeah, Games Workshop Limited.
Well, there you have it. That's how I feel about it. Jason M, would you paint a McFarlane Gene Stealer?
No. I don't really like the look of it, and they're kind of annoying to paint because they're big.
I feel like the only other McFarlane that's good, the only one that actually is good, might be the Sister of Battle.
Yeah, the Sister of Battle looks pretty dope.
Yeah, all the other ones though.
I think I'd rather just paint regular Sisters of Battle though.
Yes.
EJ95, I drew Nick on a sticky note last night.
Where am I?
Ugh.
I want to see.
Radioactive Bear, hey Jay, I'm trying to start an Imperial Fists army. Any tips for what models I should get? Imperial Fists, I think, have a special ability called Bolter Discipline, and I think their bolters are especially good, so you probably want models that come with bolters, like Intercessors, Heavy Intercessors, other models with bolters. Yeah, I'd go with some good old-fashioned Intercessors. Jason M, I'm painting with my cat on my lap and the jerk just farted. Cat farts are terrible.
Rude.
Doomslayer, gonna watch a Necron video while I go to Sleepy Town. Should I watch Curios Necron Range Review or the Auspex Tactics Strengths and Weaknesses of each Necron unit? Ooh. I think I'd probably watch Auspex's video, but that's just because I've already seen Curios' video. I feel like Auspex would help me get to sleep more. I mean his voice is very soothing.
Mm-hmm.
And his PowerPoint slides don't throw too much at you. I would say just turn down your screen brightness and let him serenade you off to sleep.
Yeah. Or have a cat fart on you.
Yeah. Ooh, maybe I'll do like micro scratches on these guys. Yeah, I'll try stuff.
Dawson White, paint the cat in revenge.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Cats love being painted, or
Yes.
touched, or bothered. Justin M, good news! I just found a starter set I had no idea I even had in my closet. Got a new project.
Oh my goodness.
That is pretty wild. I mean, you know, imagine that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I Ooh. I would say that's a free spender right there.
For baby lovers, what are your thoughts on the new Ossiarch Bone Reapers box? The Ossiarch Bone Reaper box looks pretty darn cool. The Soulblight Graveblight box looked really, really good to me, but I guess that's just maybe just because it had so many models in it. Mr. Mizgs. Hiya, I love your videos and model painting. Would you ever paint anything other than minis, like a Gundam or Armored Core model kits? I've painted a few of the Bandai Star Wars Gundams. They're pretty good. I'm just all off camera in my own time. But they're kind of neat. Oh, and there's old Compressor. If you have your Eons of Bingo cards, you can check off Compressor, go brrrr.
Exactly. We should make bingo cards for this. That would be pretty good. Each bingo card, of course, would be $50 a piece. Laminated though,
Yeah.
so you can reuse it. And we'll rub it on our bodies. Every single one will be rubbed on our bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Me on one side, Jay on the other.
Yep.
That's just how that's going to be.
There was a great Red Letter Media when they used to do a live video game show. And one episode they decided just to have fun because Jay Bauman was getting rid of a whole bunch of DVDs, and so they decided to give them away to the chat. And one of the chat people asked if they would sign the DVDs, and so one of the Red Meteor gang decided that he was just going to sign every movie if they wanted them or not.
There you go.
There we go. Good old base coating. Nothing more fun, right?
Yeah, everyone loves base coating.
Mm-hmm. Doomslayer Auspex Taxes is very good at laying out what his current video is going to be about. I would ace my essay classes if my introductions were as concise as his were. They are very good.
Sam Kits, what would be an interesting color scheme for a Thousand Suns kill team?
Ooh.
Blue. Blue and gold.
Blue and gold would be pretty dope. I feel like I've seen red ones that are pretty cool. And maybe like I've seen other people do really sandy ones because they're literally turned, they look like the Sphinx because they're Egyptian, but they look like the Sphinx now. So that would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to put together a Thousand Suns kill team because I need to have all the kill teams.
That was for Sean. Because Sean says I need a burp. I am thirsty. That was a burp for Sean.
Not so average, Joe. Base coating. You mean the first and final step? Exactly.
Yeah. Honestly, though, I think people need to. Some people should just stop there.
Yeah.
And, just do that, and do something else, and then maybe come back to it if they feel like it. Just get some stuff done. Mr. Mizx. For Nick. Have you painted anything else other than Warhammer 40k minis or minis in general? Not really. Although as a kid I painted model cars. Did a couple of those. I have a Camaro that I painted with spray paint. It looks really bad. But yeah, that was one of those. My dad helped me with it, and yeah, it's blue and it has white stripes. But yeah. Ooh, although I do have Gloomspike kits that are put together, but they haven't been painted yet.
Ah.
Mostly because we've been doing kill team.
Does Tesla make a remote control toy Tesla?
I don't think so.
I feel like that's a pretty obvious product.
Yeah.
I'll shoot them an email and they can have that idea for a few mil.
I know that they made this electric, four-wheeler just for a demo. And they should totally have that be a product.
Yeah.
And it was like really cool. Yeah, it's weird.
I mean, the toy car would even be more adorable because it would be battery powered.
Exactly.
It'd be really funny if if the toy Tesla was gas powered.
Honestly, that'd be pretty awesome. Bluetooth 95. Nick, you have a Camaro? That's impressive. No, I have a Bentley.
Sam Hardley. Aren't they stupidly overpowered in Kill Team 2? Thousand Suns? I don't think so. I think all of the Space Marines are, I think, like mid-tier. Although it seems like everything is pretty well balanced, so like mid-tier, but nothing has run away with it, and nothing just sucks.
Except for the rocket launcher boy, really good.
Oh, the rocket launcher boy is so good. But it's not like you can take a whole team of rocket launcher boys. You can have one.
No.
And I mean, you know, you wouldn't even always take the rocket launcher boy, right?
But maybe if you're so good with the rocket launcher boys, it feels like you have more than one. That's how I like my games to work. To work. Get it because it works.
TK Street to Prince. Remember, folks, show some love and support and hit that thumbs down. We love them. If you're new to the channel, join the Motley Crew and hit that subscribe. We also have a Patreon and Discord channel.
Yeah.
Doomslayer, you play any more Malifaux? No, unfortunately.
No. Although now we have cards.
We do! They're really cool.
Yeah, really cool.
Jason M. Custodies are the broken ones. Yes, although they have been nerfed. So now they're just pretty good.
Bruh.
MS Paul, currently building some Gloonspite Gits Trogs.
Yeah, little Trogoths.
TK Student Prince, remember peeps, the record is over 155 thumbs down. Can we smash this tonight? I think we can. It says, according to YouTube, it says we have 81 current viewers. It just changed. So we should have at the very least 83 dislikes. Oh, it just went down to 80. 80 dislikes.
Yeah. I don't know how real that real-time number is.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah. Although, currently we're at 71 dislikes.
Woo!
So, there you go. I think we can get up to, 155. Justin M, we need a bot that just comments the current dislike ratio every 5 minutes or something.
We do.
That'd be pretty good. Good old YouTube ruining the website again. Jeez, no one's gonna go on the website anymore.
Nope.
I know I saw this weird article. I didn't read. I only read the headline. But like most people do, and it said that one of the co-founders of YouTube said that the world, like YouTube's gonna fall apart or whatever if the dislike button goes away.
What?
I'm sure that's nothing.
It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Although I still got dislikes, so I like it.
Smokey the Rat. I'm new to Warhammer. I understand that this may be a vague question, but do you have any tips for painting Necrons? Yes. Apply a primer, and then choose some colors, and then paint the colors on the Necrons, and then maybe a wash. I would also maybe just not... I don't think I would do sub-assemblies for any Necrons because they're so spindly. I think I would probably just glue them ahead of time, and if you can't reach something, maybe you don't need to paint that something. Doomslayer, I usually start my new armies by buying a set of Cheezix 36 D6 dice that suit my color scheme and theme. I have the ruby, glitter, red, and gold for my Blood Angels, and it makes me very happy. That is nice. For when I was getting into Gene Stealer Cult, I bought purple dice, and I thought that was awesome. Because before that, I used red dice. But yeah, the dice are nice. They're just nice things. I bought a fun random set of D12s that come in all different types of colors and flavors.
What flavors are they?
They're
Raspberry?
no, they're blue raspberry.
Oh. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I like blue raspberry.
Yeah.
Dr. Potato. Greetings from Germany. It's almost 5 a.m. in the morning.
Woo! Getting
well,
up late.
it is almost 10.
PM.
Yeah. At night.
Mm-hmm.
The evil Bill Gates. I feel like you only say if you can't reach something, maybe you shouldn't paint it, as a secret flex, because I'm sure you paint everything. You're awesome, dude.
I wonder if I can prove it. So this is my Cryptek with Canoptek Cloak, and if you look behind him, I didn't paint the danglies that are... I didn't edge highlight the danglies that are right behind him. So, boom! Evidence of not painting, because I didn't care.
The evil Bill Gates, shocked.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Doomslayer, you ever got the Games Workshop dice for any army? I was only ever tempted by the first Death Guard set, but I think you don't get enough, especially for the money.
Yeah, you definitely don't get enough, and they are very expensive. I've never bought any.
I would have bought the Gloomspike Gets ones, because they're insane. They're horrible. They're
way back in
ugly.
the day, you did buy just generic blue dice from Games Workshop, didn't you?
Nope. Oh, yes. Yes, I did.
But their generic dice is just normal and it's not that expensive.
Yeah, I mean, this was before they had any special dice.
Yeah.
They didn't have anything.
Yeah, the special dice are fun, but yeah. Also, sometimes they do really annoying things, like put the symbol on the 1, which is awful because that means every time you see your symbol, it sucks. Because you usually do not want to roll a 1. I remember they actually had some really cool dice recently, the Death Watch dice, where every dice, I think they were black and silver with a unique chapter symbol on the 1. And I was thinking that this would have been a really cool dice set if the symbol was not on the 1.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Death Watch is made up of a bunch of different Space Marines from a bunch of different chapters. And so it's really, really cute that they have the different chapters on the dice. But they messed it all up.
Everyone go look at this link that I'm going to send. This is the Gloomspike Gets dice. It's the best. I would have totally bought these dice.
Ooh.
Benjamin Reynolds, I don't think my Games Workshop dice roll as well as my Chessex.
Yeah, I think that the Chessex professionally loads their dice.
Exactly. I have those too.
Mm-hmm.
I have a bunch. I bought like blue, like turquoisey blue, and I bought black. G-Force Member 45. They look like meat cubes. I mean, that's that's what they are. I mean, Games Workshop thought these were great. A great idea. These meat cube dice.
I remember one of the worst dice they ever made was their INF Deepkin dice, which were clear, And instead of dots, they had squiggly seaweeds. And the problem was they were clear, and so you could see all of the squiggly seaweeds at the same time, and so you couldn't read the dice.
Hmm.
And so they were actually unreadable.
Yeah. TK City Friends, I have dice that are over 35 plus years old. Do they still work? Like, I like to think that, you know, like we were talking about the Sphinx earlier, you know, how like the, you know, it's just weathered over time. That's what I like to think happens to those dice. They're like, there's chips in them, they're all messed up. Doomslayer, those are some crazy dice, Nick. Yeah. They're great. Justin M. Oh no, my dice are broken. Maybe I should turn it off and on again.
Yeah, that's usually good.
That's what I do.
Yeah, sometimes you need to hold down the on button for a reset.
Yeah, to hold down 1.
Yeah.
For a little bit. Sometimes you have to do a thing where you hold on 1 and 6 at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And then that works. It all depends. That is like a hard reset, though.
Yeah.
So you don't want to do that all the time.
Yeah, make sure you back up your dice data before you do a hard reset.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta store it in the cloud.
Dice Cloud.
Mm-hmm.
The Citadel, if you will.
Yeah.
Sean, if my dice broke, damn, I'd be pissed off.
I've never had a dice chip or anything.
Mm-mm. Yeah, the only chips that you've had are with salsa.
Yeah.
Bluetooth 65. I hate it when my dice have a system update. Yeah.
Yeah, every single day my dice say, would you like to update now? And I always put it off till tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's not safe, though. Your dice get viruses.
That's true.
Maybe that's why you roll 1s all the time.
Mm-hmm. It does often feel like I roll very poorly. I think another part of it is that I often jump from army to army to army to army to army, and so I think it maybe makes sense that I don't pilot everything perfectly or well.
Well,
whereas if I stuck with one faction over and over and over and over, maybe I would just get better at it.
I don't know. Sounds like bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, tomorrow I'm going to be playing a new faction, so.
Yep. Graham Carpenter. Jay, I love how much emphasis you put on painting that one Vindicar assassin's butt.
Yeah.
A good butt.
Yeah,
It's
you
like a
can't
perfect
spell
butt.
you can't spell assassin without ass. Twice.
Exactly. That's why there was so much emphasis.
Mm-hmm.
Bluetooth 65. The EOB stream, the only place where we come up with the idea of dice being like computers.
Mm-hmm.
Also, everything in this chat is owned by us now. So,
Yes.
That's our idea. So thank you. You will not be credited,
Mhm.
and we will not give you money.
Justin M. Knowing Games Workshop, they will somehow make non-reusable dice so you have to keep buying more.
That'd be hilarious.
That would be pretty great.
It just dissolves. TK Studio Friends. found a lot of dice in the old sofas that we had around the gaming table. Was looking for cash in them before I chucked them. Always check sofas before you throw them out.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I really want to make my own dice. It looks like fun.
Mm-hmm.
Need a degassing chamber. Need some resin. Need some silicone. Need some dice blanks. Just just lots and lots of stuff.
Yeah.
And then I can make some dice.
Yep. Sounds like fun to you. Sounds like a nightmare to me.
Yeah. I think the first set I want to make is dice that say ooh woo on the 6.
Yeah. Which is, I mean, yeah, perfect.
Mm-hmm. That way, every time I roll a 6, I get to go ooh woo.
Zach, hand sweat soluble dice. Yeah, that's perfect.
Oh no, and we know wargamers got sweaty hands.
Oh my god, the sweatiest.
Man, you'll need 2 sets to get through a single game.
Ah, Doom's Lair. But Jay, any room you're in is a degassing chamber.
Yeah.
I get it.
No, I fill rooms up.
Jason M, for your dice, the 6 should say shill. I agree. That would also be a good one. Bluetooth 65. The ooh dice idea gives me cancer.
Ooh woo.
Oohage wooage.
Mm-hmm.
Zach, need a hand towel just to shake at the end of the match.
Yeah, I like to think that at like a professional wargaming tournament, people are wearing aprons so that they can wipe their hands off.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. I think next up is going to be a little dry brushage on these guys. On the guys. Or actually, no. Let me paint the red on the cryptek.
Doom's Lair, imagine chalking up like a gymnast for 40k.
Ah, that'd be awesome.
I like that.
You get the little mountain climber patch thing on your hip.
Mm-hmm. I like to think you use the in pool you have like the little thing for the cue or whatever. You do that for each fingy.
Yeah.
Each fingy's perfect. Zach chalking up with Cheetos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go.
It looks like D6s look like they're not too bad to make. D20s look kind of like a nightmare. Anything that's not a cube looks kind of like a nightmare.
Yeah. Jason M, when you say degassing chamber, are you referring to a vacuum chamber? A pressure pod is usually easier since you use a compressor, not a vacuum pump.
Ah, yeah, that.
Yeah. Whatever the correct word is what he's going to get.
Yeah, whatever the correct word is what I said, right?
Yeah.
Right!
Yep, that's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
It is one of those weird things about being a human being that exists, is when you think you're saying something, but you in your mind you're saying the correct thing, but out loud is the wrong thing, and then no one knows what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like when Tom would switch our names.
Yes.
And then get mad at us because we didn't respond, because he thought he was saying the right name.
Yeah.
But he wasn't.
Nick, get over here. Me? I'm not Nick. But they'd be like, oh, you know.
Yeah. It's like, but I didn't. No. You said the wrong thing. Do you think that the Gloomspike gets would be usable in a tournament?
The
Gloomspike gets dice. I said that. See, I did it just then. The Gloomspike gets dice.
Yeah,
Because I feel like
well,
they'd be like these are weird, and what if they're loaded?
and no one can read them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see there being maybe a problem. Yeah, they're just so obnoxious. Can you imagine? Because you have to roll a lot of dice in an army game. So let's say you took like 18 dice, rolled them all. How long would it take you to read them?
God, it'd take forever.
Okay,
Yeah.
I count so many teeth.
Yeah. Well, it is. God. The teeth is the 6.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
that's easy.
Mm-hmm.
But to distinguish the 5 from the 4 is difficult because they're both the same. They're both feet.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. And one of them's poop or something. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. But yeah.
I mean, it sounds like it makes perfect sense.
It is pretty weird.
I think really they probably just should have sold it as one cute dice. That like,
Yeah.
Because a lot of people would just buy it like, "Ah, my dice is a squig, isn't that cute?" And maybe you'd use it for like special rolls or just keep it for fun. But yeah, it's because it's just not real.
Justin M. Why are they rubber? What the hell? Well, because you want to squish them with your fingies. You give them a little squish squish.
Brap.
Justin M., your lack of overspill with the contrast paint brings me both joy and envy. Yeah, I have lots of practice. I've used up like a whole entire thing of contrast Black Templar. Jason M., Harbor Freight often has painting pressure pots on sale. To convert only takes a few fittings. That's true. That makes sense. Love Harbor Freight. Love Harbor Freight. The tools don't last, but boy, are they cheap. And what's great is you can bring something in and be like, this broke, and they're like, whatever, just go grab another one off the shelf.
Bluetooth 65. The more I learn about these dice, the more scared and confused I get.
The Necron dice are similarly obnoxious.
Yeah, they are.
Let's see. Do they still sell them? Games Workshop.
God. They probably do because no one bought them.
Yeah, they're
horrible.
really bad.
Jeez.
Necron dice.
I accept cookies
Loading.
every time.
Loading. Necron. God, I swear Necron dice shut up for a second when I typed in Necron.
Yeah, they exist. Found them.
Yeah, but
If you just type in dice, all the dice pop up.
they popped up when I looked up Necron, but not when I looked up Necron dice.
Because it's Necrons.
Yeah. They're weird and Tron-y.
There,
At
put
least-
the link for everyone.
Oh, God. Do you think that the 6 is the symbol or the face? On this dice, there's 2, 3, 4, and 5 like normal, but then there's a Necron face and the Necron symbol.
My thought would be that the symbol would be the 1 because it has a dot in the middle. Because the symbol has a dot. So that's my thought, and then maybe the face, because it's random and doesn't make any sense, is the 6.
Ah, you're exactly backwards. The symbol is the 6, and the skull is the 1.
I guess
According to Games Workshop.
Dumb. Yeah. Because I feel like I'm right. I'm still right. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if you were to use these dice, you'd have to tell your opponent at the beginning of the game what everything was.
You would. You'd have to tell them which one is the 1 and which one's the 6.
Which is insane.
It also doesn't say what these are made out of. I bet that they're made out of plastic.
Till you die from it. The symbol is usually the 6. Yeah, but there's 2 symbols.
Mm-hmm.
That's the weird part.
With recessed green plastic. Okay, so it doesn't say what the outer shell is made out of, but it says that the inside is recessed green plastic. So I'd assume that these are all made out of, all of it is made out of injection molded plastic. And I think I see a little blemish, like there is a sprue mark. But yeah, I think these dice just look bad. But again, one would be cute and fun. But trying to pretend like these are real dice that you could actually use is ridiculousness.
Yeah.
Justin M. Obviously, the 4 is the 2.
This is correct.
Def Jamma, I've seen dice with sharp edges. Yeah, isn't that like the Vegas style? They have the sharp edge?
Remember when we had one die just perfectly on its corner?
Yeah.
Just sat there.
That was
nothing
wild. On one of the neoprene gaming mats, a dice just perfectly landed on its corner and just stayed like that.
Yeah. Nothing near it. Nobody touched, like nothing touching it. Just stayed on its corner. I think maybe you have a photo of it a long time ago. Maybe we all took photos of it.
Yeah, I don't know. It was completely insane though.
Yeah.
I think yeah, plenty of screaming, maybe a little crying. It was wild.
Yeah. Pissing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was for sure. Yeah. I'm gonna look at all photos. God, 2017 maybe.
Yeah, it seems right.
That's when we moved to Milwaukee. So I'll just go through everything from the past, couple years.
Yeah, there you go. No big deal. Easy.
Let's see. We have some old photos in here. I have a cat pic. Okay. Until you die from it. Pixar, it didn't happen. I'm working on it. I feel like we probably all took it. Wasn't Amanda there for this?
Maybe.
I think she was.
Yeah.
I don't remember who rolled it.
Bluetooth 65. I keep saying I'll stop after one last paint coat, but I keep going. One more.
Jade, I found it.
Jay, do you have any hot takes that you want to take back? No? I don't know. I guess the only thing maybe would be, I in a Models and Memories Weekly, I talked about the Games Workshop's new policy of no fan animations. Although I didn't really put out a statement or anything, I just said that's crazy. And I wonder how they're going to enforce it, and it turns out that they're just not going to enforce it. But I didn't really have a take. I guess my take was just, that's crazy. Crazy thing to say. Really, I'd rather just double down on my hot takes.
This is true.
Putting
Nice.
putting Games Workshop paint in dropper bottles is crazy and a waste of time.
I'm gonna put it in general.
Woo!
Boop. Bop. This is one of my dice.
Hmm.
It's like kind of spooky.
Tickets for your prints. All right, peeps, I have to call it a night tonight. It's 4:20 a.m. for me. Time to get some shut-eye. Have a great stream. We are at 104 thumbs down. Keep up the good work, peeps. Need to see the photo now, Nick.
It's up.
Oh, I wanna
You can see it right now.
Discord. Wow. That's wild.
A bunch of people are typing. Yeah. I mean, it's literally insane.
That is
It's a
pretty
really
wild.
good photo.
I like that map. The
it's a good map.
the dark sci-fi floor one.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
I wonder if they make new ones. I wonder if the new sizes, the new Games Workshop table size, is means that those are cheaper now. Because they used to be like $60 a pop.
Yeah.
Although I always bought them on sale, so they're probably only like $40 a pop.
Mm-hmm.
I think they make double-sided ones now.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Till you die from it. What's the Discord, or is it Patreon only? It's on the Discord in general. So anyone can see it.
If you want the link to the Discord, if you look in the description, it's the second link. It's free for everybody, although there are Discord benefits if you join the Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
We have some fun hidden stuff. Is Stormbreaker, what kind of witchcraft is that photo? Literally, we have no idea what happened.
Mm-hmm.
We rolled. I rolled it, I would assume, because it's my dice.
Yeah.
And it just stayed in place like that. Although I thought it was kind of bullshit that no one let me re-roll it. DK City Friends. Super clue on the dice corner. God, that would ruin the map.
It would?
Justin M., at that point you win just from sheer intimidation alone. I agree.
Nuzzles, in tonight's awful unit choice, I've made a unit of Chaos Chosen who are all equipped with plasma guns. They're like Primaris Hellblasters, but worse in every single way. Yeah, Chosen have always been a weird unit, especially because they've never had a model box. The only way you had Chosen was from the Dark Vengeance box, and I think it gave you like 4 unique Chosen, like a Chosen with lightning claws, a Chosen with like double power weapons. Yeah, it was kind of bizarre.
Yeah.
Really, they should have come out with a Chosen box that just had lots and lots of options. But you usually, I think all plasma was probably a good pick in 2016. But yeah, nowadays I don't know what they'd be used for, and they've always been kind of an expensive unit for no good reason. Chaos is weird.
You could say that again.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you say it again? Good old this dice. I can't stop staring at it. It's almost hypnotizing.
What's next? What's next? What's next?
Green.
I guess I can start highlighting.
The green. You're missing the green.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Ryan Fit. Hey guys, just saw a video called Games Workshop versus Nazis, and I'm not sure what I watched to prompt that in my recommendations. Games Workshop just put out a statement because of an event that took place in Spain where somebody showed up at a Games Workshop the competition or
well, it wasn't a Games Workshop event. It was just it's not even like a Warhammer. I mean, they played Warhammer at an event that was like Warhammer based, but it wasn't It wasn't run by Games Workshop.
Yeah.
It wasn't anyone. Like, Games Workshop wasn't involved in it.
But somebody showed up with some Nazi paraphernalia, and so Games Workshop said that put out a statement saying our setting is grimdark, but we're not, and we're not promoting anything bad. And and 40k is satire, everybody. So let's be cool. And what's hilarious is I'm a part of some Facebook groups, and literally there were a whole bunch of posts today about how Games Workshop is not satire, and it never has been. And it is, by the way, it is. It's like textbook satire. But yeah, some people don't know any better. Because it's supposed to be, the whole point of 40k is that everything is terrible, and isn't that interesting? And wouldn't it be so much better if things weren't so bad? It's certainly not supposed to be, if your enemies are bad enough, you can do really evil stuff and be justified. That is not what 40k is trying to say.
Right. It's kind of like you're watching it from the outside, like, oh, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
In this horrible world.
It's like how
that we don't want to live in.
It's like how Judge Dredd, which a lot of people say Games Workshop stole a lot of things from Judge Dredd. Judge Dredd is a critique of authoritarianism, but Judge Dredd himself is still a pretty cool badass, who's like an interesting character to watch. Doomslayer Dark Vengeance was before my time, but seems like a great box. So many iconic models that have never been released separately. The Hellbrute looks so much better than the multi-parts. Who looks list? I like the multi-part Hellbrute. I think it looks really, really good. And the Assault on Black, or the Dark Vengeance Death Hellbrute does look good, but a friend of ours had 4 identical Hellbrutes that are all have like their right hand up in the air. It looks weird. So it's good that we have a multi-part box that you can pose how you'd like with lots of different weapon options.
Agreed. Tell you, Die From It, I appreciate the fact that Games Workshop said that. I think it's really sad that people attach themselves to fictional universes.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people have trouble when they like something like really in a really passionate way, being able to handle any sort of criticism or anything of that universe.
Yeah.
Like, I really like Harry Potter a lot, but I don't care if somebody else thinks it's dumb or stupid. It kind of is. But I like it a lot. That doesn't damage my how much I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's a healthy. So.
Auspex Tactics did a video on it? Wow. Sean, 40k is kind of an example of how not to do things. Exactly. Graham Carpenter, I am the law. Nuzzles, there are plenty of good guys in 40k. The issue is none of them are in charge. Yeah, usually characters will do good things in spite of the situation. And often, even those good things mean very little in a world as awful as Games Workshop.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Seeley, it's pretty sad when you have to explicitly state that 40k is satire and that the Imperium is not an aspirational state. Exactly. Ryan, wait, I'm not supposed to blow up an entire planet because I don't like a person? My whole life has been turned on its head.
Yep.
Jordan, have you picked your new army yet? Vote for Sky Dwarves. Ooh, the Sky Dwarves. I don't know. I don't really know yet. I haven't bought anything. It'll probably be all of it, but I don't know what'll be first, or if I don't really have any videos lined up for the new stuff. It probably won't be Caradrons. I feel like I should probably add a couple of things to my Stormcast Eternal so I can play more games with them at higher points levels. Just because they're already done. And they're cool. I really like the new Chariot for the Stormcast. It is dope.
I mean, it's no Sloggoth, but sure. Till you die from it, I play orcs specifically because the world of 40k is too dark sometimes, and orcs are hilarious.
Till you die from it. Mm-hmm. Do you have any wands, Jay? I do. I have a bootleg of Dumbledore's wand, and it looks pretty bad. I probably should have just gone with the real thing.
There you have it. Ooh, Blaholdsen. I love the Sloggoth. You're the first person I've ever met that said that. Nobody's talking about that model. I see all these people putting together all the other Cruel Boy stuff. Nobody ever does the Sloggoth. That's easily my favorite model that they made. I mean, it's Grotz on a man. Who wouldn't love that?
Graham Carpenter, Gilliman is a good guy, and he's in charge, right? Yeah, honestly, Gilliman almost reinforces how terrible 40k is, because he woke up and he's like, oh god, everything is so terrible. Till you die from it, I play orcs specifically because the world of 40k is too dark sometimes, and the orcs are hilarious. Ah, the orcs are hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Hardy, Farsight is good, other than orc genocide, which really real humans would do too. Yeah, the Farsight Enclave is interesting because they've kind of broken away from the main Tau. So they're kind of Tau that are no longer under the control of the Ethereals. But I mean, they're still this Tau still have some problematic elements of their society. Really, if all of the alien races could maybe come together and like work together, they could probably defeat the Tyranid and figure out a way to live peacefully. That would probably be the good ending of 40k. Not so average Joe. You mean the guys who say innocence proves nothing are the baddies? Innocence proves nothing.
Jason M. Tyranids are the only good guys in 40k. It's just nature.
That's true.
They're just doing what they need to do.
There's a really, really fun fan theory that the Tyranid were invented by the old ones as kind of a Halo ring style contingency plan to wipe out all life in the galaxy, so that the star gods, the Catan, wouldn't have any fuel to fuel themselves because they eat like souls and energy and stuff. And so that is one of the fan theories of why the Tyranid exist. and there's maybe a little bit something to it. I feel like I could do a Matt Pat. That's just a theory, a game theory, where because the Tyranid also kind of collects the genetic material of the aliens that they eat, and so in theory you could probably use the Tyranid to rebuild all the aliens that they eat. But I am pretty sure that there's nothing that confirms that theory at all. As far as we know, the only races invented by the old ones were the Orcs, the Eldar, and possibly the Jokero.
When is that kill team coming?
I think they totally should do a kill team that's Inquisitors. And the Jokero would be a really, really good inclusion for that kill team. They should also probably just bring back rules for the Gellerpox Infected and the Ophidian Starstriders, just because they currently don't exist as models with rules. I mean, they only sold them for like a month, but it's just weird to completely just drop them. Even if they just put them in a White Dwarf.
Sean, the Emperor has to die.
Maybe.
I agree.
They teased it a little tiny bit in the Gathering Storm books, where the light of the Emperor went out for 30 days, and it threw the entire Imperium into just complete anarchy. But it would be neat.
They started throwing raves.
Yeah.
Started going crazy.
Although it's one of those situations where honestly, like the right thing or just the good thing to happen might just be it all ends.
40k end times. 40k end times. That's my vote. When they did Warhammer Fantasy end times, did they not release anything for Warhammer Fantasy for like a long time, and then do end times?
The Warhammer Fantasy had slowed down a lot, but when end times was happening, they were releasing stuff left and right.
Right.
For
but I wonder,
months.
What I'm wondering is because they obviously for 40k they keep coming out with so much stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if they would almost have to have it slow down to then do an end times 40k end times thing, bring a ton of models back, and then go to 50k.
Yeah. Probably. I don't know how they could do it.
I mean, nobody's gonna like it.
Nobody's gonna like it. Yeah, maybe you just rip the Band-Aid off.
Yeah. 50k. Warhammer 50k.
There is no good ending in 40k. The Endless War is the good ending. Or I guess it is just the ending. Graham Carpenter, I think really that 40k is about the consequences of militarism, imperialism, theocracy, and an empire in decay. And all the stories of people who were witnesses, heroes, and villains are in that context. Yeah, that's a really, really good, concise way to put it.
I agree.
Brattle Brothers Tabletop, what's up, boys? Hi. Ooh, I have a question.
Ooh.
The Kroot kill team, the Kadra Mercenaries, they have a piece of equipment called the Bolas, which is a 3 equipment points. It costs an action point action. That is a shooting weapon with a 6-inch range, and it just removes 1 action point limit. It subtracts 1 action point limit from the targets. Now, it seems like the general consensus is that it only takes away an action point until the end of the turning point phase, which I think is probably true, but I can't find that written anywhere. It does not say that anywhere. It just says it happens. Because I think It would be a little bit. It would be pretty crazy powerful. But I feel like just taking away one action point for the phase is not very good. I mean, it could be good in a but you can put it on one guy for 3 action points, and they have to be within 6 inches, and it costs one of their actions. I feel like it's pretty situational.
Can you only have one guy have it?
No, you can. You can have, I guess, up to 3, because it's 3 action points. Doomslayer. I could imagine Games Workshop getting more mad at somebody dressing up as a commissar, like, hey, you're defaming us and stealing our intellectual property. Cease and desist. Cease and desist. Cease and desist. Yeah, it seems like I think they're pretty cool with cosplay. I don't think they've ever gone after anybody. They showed off that one dude who makes big old 40k sculptures.
This is true.
Quinoa Quinones. We need more Rogue Trader kill teams and use them in Guard like Age of Sigmar. Chaos uses Warcry teams. Rogue Trader kill teams would be pretty dope.
Yeah.
Honestly, I kind of wish that's what they were doing with the White Dwarf. Instead of just updating, making one more version of kill teams for every faction, just doing some weird stuff.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
What if there was a kill team that was just ghosts and it used the Nighthaunt models?
Ooh.
Let's get wild with it.
Mm-hmm. Battle Brothers Tabletop. Good question. Imagine zapping all a Custodes APL with 3 bolas.
Yeah, that would essentially make them useless.
Yeah.
Although, boy, would that be quite the pull-off. A bunch of really squishy models with 6-up saves, all managing to fire their bolas. And they'd have to roll over 8, because you have to roll 3 dice, and you have to roll above the number of wounds the unit has. So you'd have to roll 3 dice and get over 18 every single time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it probably is till the end of the phase. Although, weirdly, even stun doesn't say until the end of the turning point. It just says you just subtract 1. And I was reading up on the action point level in the generic rules, and it doesn't really say anything about modifiers.
Mm-hmm.
Cryo the punching bag. 30k is filled with villains with good motives, and 40k is built upon lies and misguidance. Yeah. Jason M. I would hate if they made up a origin story for the Tyranids. I love their mysterious aspects, kind of been their thing for the last 30 years. Yeah, I definitely don't think that they should say officially what happened. Just always keep it a little bit mysterious. All right, I'm gonna go play Honey, I Joined a Cult. Have a good stream, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Jason M. 50k will be Tyranids versus another galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
Battle Brothers Tabletop. Crude are actually solid when you keep them in cover and play them safe. Yeah, they get a 4-up save when they're in cover. Otherwise, they have a 6-up save. They have 8 wounds, which is a good number. I'm glad they don't have 7. Battle Brothers Tabletop. I really like melee weapons with the stun rule. On a crit, you parry 1 attack for free. Yeah, stun is really neat. I don't think I play anything that has access to stun. That's actually a little bit hard to get into melee. Or maybe I just don't play good enough melee teams. Also, it's often you kind of want to soften up your target just a little bit, just to give you a better shot. I remember in Kill Team 2018, combat was super OP for models that were good at it. As soon as Nick got an orc into combat with a Space Marine, I always just wanted to give up and just be like, okay, whatever, he's dead. Let's move on.
Mm-hmm.
Battle Brothers Tabletop. By the way, don't sleep on Kroot hunting rifles. Throw them on a vantage point with cover and conceal them, and they're devastating. Oh yeah, I have 2 in my kill team.
Yeah, that'll be pretty good.
Mm-hmm. And for 2 activation points, I could play... or wait, is that the turn 1 thing? Because there's one where you can change... You can change the... Or I think it's just a regular... strategic ploy where you can change for one you gain an action where you can spend an action point to change your activation. And so I could be in conceal, activate, change to an engage order, shoot you, and then spend my last action point to change it back to conceal. And that just seems awesome. Jatch, are you going to do a video on the Xmas boxes? Probably.
Ooh-wee.
Battle Brothers Tabletop. Yeah, melee models usually have an expiration date. It's typically turn 2 or 3 at the most. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Doomslayer. Is Gilliman in Kill Team? Yes. He costs... well, actually, they don't have points anymore. So I guess it would just be how many kill teams does it take to take down Gilliman? I was thinking about how... I want to write some rules for how to bring a Dreadnought in Kill Team. And I was thinking like maybe the Dreadnought has 2 activations per turning points. But I wasn't quite sure how. I'd have to do a little play testing and really think about it. But I think it would be really cool if 1 or 2 kill teams were versing a Dreadnought, and so the Dreadnought would just have butt tons of wounds and a pretty good armor save. Maybe I'd have to build the old 6th and 7th edition vehicle damage table where you roll to see what happens. Like maybe he loses some movement or one of his weapons gets damaged. I think it would be neat. Kino Quinones, 10,000 years is a ridiculous amount of time. Why would Games Workshop go there? Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to paint my 30k Praetor. Doomslayer, are those Black Templar neophytes basically Primaris Scouts? Yes. Yeah, I'm sure down the line we'll see a regular old box of probably 10 Primaris Scouts. Which I like them, but I would have preferred if they really changed up how Scouts looked, because I didn't think the old Scouts looked that good either. But they've done a pretty good job of faithfully recreating the Scouts just with actually good proportions.
Doomslayer is Gilliman in Kill Team.
He would do okay.
30 wounds.
That's not very many. That's just a crazy good shooting phase for the rocket launcher boy.
I think as good as you can get is 18.
Is it? Oh, okay.
So, it's shit, basically.
Yeah. Just like that one gun that you're always crapping on, that always does good work.
The Daka gun is better when you're close, because you can reroll.
Yeah. But it's still
not as good.
But even if you can't reroll, it's still as good as most everyone else's gun. Actually, it's better than a lot of people's guns.
Mm-hmm.
Rerolls are tricky to get.
They are.
Cryo the punching bag. Everyone is so set on the Tyranids, but the Necrons could easily crush them if they could get up from their snooze. Yeah, nobody knows how many Necrons are still around. I mean, there is a finite number, but it could be billions and billions. In fact, it probably is billions and billions. But because the Silent King destroyed his command protocols, it'll almost certainly never again be a galaxy of Necrons united for a single cause. It'll probably always be war bands of Necrons trying to achieve things.
Speaking of trying to achieve things, I think I would take a piss.
Oh my god.
And I'll be right back.
Battle Brothers Tabletop? Hell yeah, boss battle. Been thinking about that too. Like 60 wounds and a big old gun. And a giant power fist that does 12 damage per hit. Yeah, it's got to be a one-shot. Kino Kanonas, everyone is desperate to turn Kill Team into a 30k Zone Mortalis fight. Zone Mortalis looks hella dope. I would be super down for that. Maybe I'll just have to cardboard some terrain up and see what happens. Not so average Joe, give me Primaris Terminators. I would be so down for Primaris Terminators as long as they keep the classic look of Terminator armor and just kind of fix their proportions and scaling and add a little bit more details, and maybe you can give them some Primarisified weapons, because Stormbolters just aren't that special anymore. Back in 3rd edition, Stormbolters were insane. But now a Stormbolter's like, who cares? So you have 2 bolt guns. Big whoop. ADTR42, do the Neophytes have necks now? They do. I never use the old... I have a whole bunch of scouts, and I never use the scout heads. I always use just regular Space Marine heads, and just let them be a little big. Daniel Thompson, 40k is a satire of a future where there's no necks. Cry out the punching bag. I want a 40k themed park, Games Workshop world, and all they offer is a Primaris burger. No one else gets representation. There is a Firstborn shake as well, but the ice cream machine broke.
I like ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
And frozen custard.
Sean, the Silent King goes Emperor of Man and finds all the lost Necrons. He is trying to find all the lost Necrons, although he'll never have the power he once wielded, and I think that he prefers it that way. The only reason he returned to the galaxy because he exiled himself over what he did to his race, but he left the galaxy and ran into the Tyranids and was like, uh-oh, this could wipe out Tyranids for good, or Necrons for good, so I better come back and help deal with this. So basically, you can just blame the Tyranids for everything. Which I do.
Mm-hmm.
So much edge highlighting.
Jeez Louise. Thank goodness you don't have to paint 2 of those.
Yeah. And this is just the first layer. There's
I know.
going to be 3 layers of this highlight.
Mm-hmm. On 2 guys.
Yeah. That I'll probably never take in a game. No, I'll take them in at least one game one day. Because I definitely have to do warrior spam at least once.
Do you run these 3 guys at the same time?
I don't know. Probably not. I could see maybe the 2 Royal Wardens because they were a really, really cheap HQ choice. It's basically a lieutenant. They're not as important as a commander. Or a Necron Lord or Overlord. There we go. Nuzzles. The store was out of my favorite paint handles, so I'm going to have to print some random stands I found online. Yeah!
Speaking of that, Doom's Lair, Jay, where's your cubes, man? I'm so disillusioned.
That's true. I don't need the cubes. Necrons are big.
What the hell are you doing? Have you lost your mind?
Mm-hmm.
Where are your cubes?
Here, wait, just for you. I got a cube right here. Boom. Do I have another one? There we go.
I won't be able to sleep at night unless there's 3 cubes.
Mm-hmm. Boop. And one more.
Do you pre-tape your cubes?
No, these are just old tape, but they still got enough stick in them. Tabletop, Battle Brothers tabletop. I'd be down for some Gravis armored melee units. That would be pretty sick. Maybe just turn the heavy intercessors into a melee unit. Kinokanonas. I just want to see the Khan model on a bike. I don't care if it's 30k or 40k. I want speed. I think it probably won't happen. I think none of the Primarchs got to have a special like vehicle. Sam Hardley. What would be cool and twisted is if the Tyranid started infecting everyone instead of eating them, and when we get Halo Flood kind of troops with Tau, Eldar, and human ones. That would be pretty messed up. That would be cool. Ah, that would be really, really cool. Like you get like a box of 10 guys, but some of them are zombie Eldar, some of them are zombie orcs, some of them are zombie humans, some of them are zombie Tau. That would be dope.
Undead Aquarius wants to take this opportunity to say you're the GOAT.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Bah.
Perfect.
Flipnut Doodad 88 just got back from watching Ghostbusters. It was a good, fun movie. Neat. I probably won't see it because I'm still a million movies behind. This brush. Sam Hardy, better Gene Stealers. Ooh, yeah, Gene Stealers also need an update pretty bad. Gene Stealers, I mean, they look all right, but they're so old. But the Tyranid lore is pretty badass. They just rock up to a planet, and then they're like, because they start out as spaceship whales essentially, and then they're like, oh, okay, what do we need for this planet? We probably need like some troops. Let's send some troops. And then they send down some troops, but it turns out that they have tanks, And so all the troops die, and they're like, okay, new plan. We're gonna send troops, and then we're gonna invent living tanks. And then they try out living tanks, and the living tanks work out pretty good. But then it turns out that the airplanes are killing all their living tanks. So they're like, okay, we're going to use more of our goo, and we're gonna create flyers. And they just keep doing that until they win. And then all of the living tanks and the living flyers and the living troops just all hop into digestive pools and then get sucked back into space on giant straws. It's just neat.
Sounds hot.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly.
Nuzzles, the last new Tyranid model to get a box release was in 2014. Was it 2014? When did the Harpy, or not the Harpy, their dumb-looking flyer come out? It might have been 2014. Games Workshop. I remember when we were playing, the Tyranid got a whole bunch of stuff, like when we first started. But that might have been 2014, 2015.
That was definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely been 2014.
I think one of their last things was that flyer. Yeah, they have not gotten anything in forever. Xenos armies, the Tyranids.
I've heard of those.
Ooh, the Haruspecs. Let's see what year the Haruspecs came out. Please have a good shot of the sprue. God, for some reason the sprues never have incredibly 2013. So yeah, 2013. So yeah, it would have come out in 2014. Yeah, that's old. Damn, they are due for something new.
Yeah.
I mean, the last thing they got was probably the Myfetics, the mucoloid, no, the Tyrannocyte mucoloid sporocyst. They're the Tyranid booger that no one likes because it looks pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
The smashed one looks, the one that's attached to the ground is okay. The floaty one, ugh.
Is it a drop pod? What is it?
It's a drop pod.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks... I mean, it's got radial symmetry, which is like a real thing in nature, which is kind of cool. But, boy, does it just kind of look bad.
I have to find it again.
It's called the Sporocyst. Champ Styles, I thought it was Battle for McCrag. Battle McCrag was a million years ago. Wait, Battle for McCrag was probably pre-2010.
Mm-hmm.
Jason M, I'm loving all this Tyranid talk. Painting a rogue trader Tyranid warrior. Ooh, sweet. Holy travioli. Eldar player here since... We haven't had it really since the 2000s. Yep.
Yeah, screw you guys.
Yeah, I think the only thing they've gotten is technically the Eldar sniper guy that came with something. But yeah, the Eldar have got nothing. But to be fair, it's the Eldar. They don't deserve anything either.
Yeah.
Battle Brothers Tabletop, not to keep bringing up Kill Team, but have you played NIDS in the new edition yet? No, I have not. I can't decide between going Necron Warrior, all Tyranid Warriors, or doing 3 Tyranid Warriors and 5 Gene Stealers. I can't decide which one I want to go. I don't really want to deal with all the little Ormagants and Termagants. They look like they're probably good, but I just don't want to.
Mm-hmm. Ryan Fit. Most of the Eldar models are older than me.
Yeah. Captain Howdy 91. Howdy, folks. YouTube channel. That's a great name. Can somebody explain the old Necrons versus new Necrons thing? Did they really change? Yes and no. They really changed when they went from Rogue Trader to First Edition, because before that they were Chaos Robots. And then they became the Necrons, which had about one paragraph of lore that said that they were the super spooky mystery race that were slaves to the Satan. And then in 2005, they came out with the new Necrons, which actually changed their lore to the Necrons actually do have lore that explains what they are, and that they actually went to war with the Satan and defeated them. And I really, really like it because it's like a really, really epic tale. The Necrons were the dominant force in the galaxy, literally 65 million years ago. They defeated their enemies who imprisoned them in not even cyborg bodies, in living metal bodies. And it's a super sad tale. The name of the first chapter or the title of the first chapter of the 2005 Necron Codex is In the Beginning, which is kind of fun because it's like the Bible. But yeah, I like the new Necron lore. It's really cool. I liked the old Necron lore too, but there just was nothing there. None of the lore from the old Necron book was in first person to the Necron. It was all third-party accounts from other races meeting these weird robots. There was like a whole 3-page spread about Eldar who thought that they found the secret temple of the Caluxus Assassins, and literally the Necrons are not featured in the story. You just get hints that they actually found a Necron tomb world and that they did not find the Caluxus temple. But yeah, the old Necrons were pure mystery, whereas the new Necrons have like goals and are real. So I like them both, and I think they both actually can exist at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, the Banshees look amazing, though. The Banshees and Jane Czar do look amazing. I really, really dig them. Battle Brothers Tabletop. The Warrior Weapon Beast is wild. 3 warriors and 5 Gene Stealer Cult is crazy strong. Ooh, that's what I might have to do then.
EJ95. Jay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how nightmarish would it be to walk into your studio and everything is gone?
Oh, I'd be so happy. I'd be like, good. I'm going to do something else now. I'm going to work at Wendy's.
That's like your dream job. You're working up to be at Wendy's.
Mm-hmm.
But you're trying to be the mascot, the girl.
Yeah. I want to be Wendy yourself.
Mm-hmm. I think it could happen. I think you look a lot like her.
Mm-hmm. Doomslayer, I think that the Space Elves are going the way of the Squats unless they are Harlequins or Drukhari. No, I think Eldar will totally get a range refresh and everything will be awesome and cool.
I disagree. Just to be rude.
Mm-hmm.
No real reason.
Because I think Space Elves are classy and classic and they need them.
Says the boring person.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not going to buy them, but...
I know. Although, I mean, if they could do a really good job now.
Yeah, they could.
Really awesome dynamic poses, everything being perfect. I remember, I have a few Eldar, and I remember their the mold lines are really bad on them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, some of the worst. Sean, the problem for me when I think of playing 40k is that there is no dungeon master. A good narrator / director makes the bestest games.
It's not a role playing game though. It's a I guess try to win the game.
Yeah. Although I don't know, I feel like as I'm playing the game and as things happen, I feel like I make up little scenarios in my brain as we play.
Yeah.
Especially as units do well or very poorly.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
kinda
you
makes it
never forget the very poorly.
No.
Remember when I fired that grenade and perfectly hit all 3 of your amazing shooty campy orcs?
Yep.
And whiffed every single roll.
Correct. It was pretty awesome.
Literally 1/6 would have been all I would have taken.
Although, you know, if if our friend Sean's in it, everything would have been dead.
That's true. Yeah, that would have been the game-changing moment.
Yeah. I mean, I would have quit. I just been like, you know what? I'm gonna not play the game anymore. I'm gonna literally stop doing this forever.
Nuzzles. The Necrons flew off the shelves when they started rolling out. It goes to show that Games Workshop can do good work with their smaller factions, but really, it's just the Primaris Lieutenants that need more models. Yeah, I think we need a few more.
Agreed.
I think we need a few more Primaris Lieutenants, and then we can finally get to work on maybe the Tyranids or the Eldar. Battle Brothers Tabletop, digging all the lore talk. Yeah, good old the lore. Everyone's favorite, right?
I love the lore. I can't get enough of lore.
I mean, you read most of Brutal Cunning, right?
Yeah. And I've read, what, how many of the Horus Heresy books are there? There's 50 or something?
Yeah, there's 50.
Yeah, I've read 49 of them.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm on the last one right now.
I'll definitely get around to those. I wonder though if, because those are like the pinnacle of 40k, or I guess they're not. They're the pinnacle of 30k. But it's interesting because it's just Space Marines and the Imperium. I'm pretty sure there's no Necrons that make an appearance in 30k.
No. I mean, I know that for a fact, obviously, because I've read them all.
Although technically they did exist because the Necrons were from 65 million years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And humans are only from like 40,000 years ago. Probably a little bit more than that, but... I mean, technically millions because evolution, but... YouTube channel, thanks, I also like Necron lore a lot. Saw a meme the other day complaining about how the old Necron lore was better, and I can't believe this dude is still angry about the change from 2005. Yeah, I get it because a lot of people signed on for the old lore, and then it just got changed. I don't think it changed that dramatically. Like, it wasn't like Necrons used to be, you know, alive, and now they're dead. Like, they're still the good old living dead metal skeleton soldiers. But now they're just a little bit more Egyptian, and they can have thoughts on things. And, I mean...
They like Wendy's?
Yeah, I bet they do like Wendy's, although they can't eat. I would say anybody who is still kind of feeling like they got gypped on the new Necron lore, just read the book Infinite and the Divine. It's so good. Infinite and the Divine is by far the best 40k novel I've ever read, and it's only from the perspective of Necrons, and it's lovely. The Necrons have, since they're so long-lived, they have an adorable... like way that they deal with time. The book covers thousands of years where these two Necrons go on an adventure. It's hilarious. There's one part where the two are mad at each other, and so they stand in silence, and the book just says a year went by during this pause.
Ooh, Battle Brothers Tabletop. Necron simp for Wendy's.
Yeah.
I knew it. YouTube channel. That book is awesome.
It is. Doomslayer. Kroot will get models before Eldar. I hope they do.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Battle Brothers Tabletop. The dice tell the stories. Yeah.
I agree.
Doomslayer, hey, they've slowed down the Primaris Lieutenant releases. It's Sergeants now, and boy, do they ever change a lot on the Sergeants.
Oh, yeah.
Sean, DMs put a nice third-party neutral referee aspect to things, and you could restrict the role. Yeah, I think I've often DM'd 40k in games because I am usually the keeper of the rules and the owner of the book. So
really, that's the main one.
Yeah.
Owner of the book, keeper of the book,
reader of the book. Yeah, I got it sticky noted. I got it highlighted. Yeah. I get the job done.
Mm-hmm. And you should see the obscene things that he writes in those books.
Oh yeah, under the heavy special rule in Kill Team, I wrote "This sucks."
Yeah,
because it really does. Eden into 5. Jay, I'm collecting Catachan, and I was gifted Thousand Suns. I want Sororitas. Necrons are looking attractive, but so do Orcs. What should I do? I'd say maybe get your Catachan to a playable level. If you like 40k, then maybe, get another box of Catachan, a captain, or a commissar, and a tank. And then you can play with your Catachan, and then maybe start thinking about something else. If you like Kill Team, you could probably already play with them, because it'll probably come with 10 models, and that will make a Guard Kill Team. And I would suggest obtaining the rules for Veteran Guardsmen, because they're very good. If you don't want to play Scions, I think Veteran Guardsmen are probably the way to go.
Yep.
And I don't know, you didn't hear it from me, but if you type in Kill Team Rules PDF into Google, you might find something.
We would never say anything like that.
Never. I would never say something like that. Not in a million years.
Mm-mm.
MD Gibsonism. My 1,000 points of Necron forces was tabled by an orc army made up of Death Dreads today. Ah, that sounds awesome. How many Death Dreads makes 1,000 points? Like 5? No, they couldn't be that expensive. 200 points apiece. Maybe 150 points apiece?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Makes sense, though. Death Dreads can take a lot of rocket launchers, and they're really good in close combat.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Hardy, anyone here read the Farsight series? And if so, is it any good? I have not read it. I haven't read any Tau books.
Yeah, who has? Jeez. Imagine the nerds that read the Tau books.
Mm-hmm. Akin Joaquinones, I want an Elder Exodites kill team, a SWAT kill team, and a new Chaos Cultist range. I will get everything I want in 2020. You watch. Or 2022. I guarantee you will not be getting Eldar Exodite kill team. Probably will get squats, and I bet new Chaos Cultists, because there's not a good way to buy Chaos Cultists, and you need them. Because they finally stopped making the Dark Vengeance cultists.
Interesting. MD Gibsonism. Death Dreads are 85 points base.
Oh my god. Yeah, but then you throw on, 2 30-point rocket launchers, a Killiclaw, Grot Riggers.
I'm sure the claws are 20, 25 points, maybe?
Maybe.
I don't remember anymore. It's been...
and a Power Claw is usually like 30.
I thought Power Claws were 25.
I don't know. Power Fists are 30.
I feel like they're a little different for orcs.
No, I think everything is the same. Charles Benstead. Orcs are pretty soft for Necrons. I'm looking to run more elite options to see how they perform versus orcs. Yeah, Orc Death Dreads, they're Necrons, they don't have an incredible amount of good anti-armor. Because really, yeah, if they're bringing nothing but vehicles, that's going to be a hard matchup against an army that doesn't have only anti-vehicle things.
Right.
And also, usually vehicles don't want to get tied up in close combat, which is exactly where Def Dreads want to be. So that does seem like a tough matchup. Maybe I would say next game play with a lot more terrain that has vantage points that the Def Dreads can't get up to. Self-destruction. Are you going to do an Illuminator Caesarez, Psychomancer, or Silent King? I'll definitely do a Psychomancer because that model's dope. I also really like Illuminator Caesarez, and I'm kind of iffy on the Silent King. I really like his throne. I really like his floating little statues, but I don't like him. I don't think he looks that good. Maybe I can find a good 3D print alternative. But I don't like how tall he is. Like I never imagined the Silent King was going to be like 4 times the size of a normal Necron. I thought he might be pretty big, but not like a giant. Battle Brothers Tabletop. Did somebody say Scions?
MD Gibsonism. Next time I'm bringing Imperial Knights.
MD Gibsonism. They come with 2 big shooters and 2 claws. Yeah, you probably want to ditch those big shooters. Your boys can do the work of those big shooters.
Oh yeah.
But you should tell your buddy, hey, bring nothing but big shooters.
Correct.
Don't even look at the rocket launcher.
Yeah. Always lie. That's my motto. That's always. I feel like that always works out. Always lie.
Doomslayer, you gonna do a big boner boy leader at some point in J? Like for the what are the boner boys even called?
Ossiarch Bone Reapers?
Yeah, the Ossiarch Bone Reapers. I don't collect Ossiarch Bone Reapers, so probably not. They're cool. Ninjon has an amazing video of painting his Ossiarch Bone Reapers army. Everybody should go watch that after the stream.
Right. I mean, god damn, was that a good video?
But open it up now, and then save it for later.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, it might be one of my favorites war gaming YouTube videos ever, like painting YouTube videos.
Yeah, it's very good.
It's very good. It's rather inspiring.
Battle Brothers Tabletop. My street name is Bill Nye, the Scions guy. They do seem really, really good.
Amazing. Bill.
YouTube channel. After reading all the books, how does Cyphus Cain and Jurgen not have models yet? The heck is a Jurgen? I know Cyphus Cain. I don't know. I mean, a lot of the books don't have models, which I think they probably should. I think that'd be cool. As a way to help promote the books and sell more models. But
I think they should have less stuff.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think they should.
No more models. No more models.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's far too many as it is. I mean, do we really need more Eldar?
No.
Ooh, you know what would be kind of cool? Well, I guess the Eldar Cavalry... I was going to say an Eldar Cavalry unit, but they kind of have that in their jet bikes. But I think it'd be cool if they could ride something. I know the Elder Exodites ride dinosaurs, but I think it'd be cool to have some sort of an alien. Like an alien bird or something. Like Big Bird from Sesame Street. Exactly that. I will accept nothing less.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Doomslayer, I'm already letting Auspex Tactics lull me to sleep, but I want to hear what you and Nick think about the 40k XCOM style video game. Is that the new Necromunda game? I watched a little bit of it and it looked cool. I don't think I'll play it because I don't play games. And I certainly don't play modern games.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going to play a video game, it's going to be one of my Star Wars games from 2001.
Mm-hmm. And it's going to be only available on Windows.
Yeah.
So you can't play it.
Mm-hmm. Champ Styles, do you think you'll ever get the Necron version of General Grievous? Ah, you're talking about the War Games exclusive model, General Grievous. And I think I will definitely get him. That model is dope. Yeah, just really cool model. Kino Kinonas, Kane had a model. It was limited edition and badass. MD Gibsonism, yeah, bring us some damn Dino Riders.
Sean, Jay still playing on Sega Genesis? Exactly. I had a Sega Genesis growing up. It was a lot of fun. Then my dad sold it. It's bullshit. Cause I mean, it was his. Because I got a GameCube and I didn't play the Genesis anymore. But now as an adult, I wish that the Genesis still existed.
Battle Brothers Tabletop, hoping for Gaunt's Ghosts and Kill Team. Battle Brothers Tabletop, what do you think about the new Kill Team rules that are coming out in the White Dwarfs? Because I don't really like them. I like them that it's just another option, but I think that they totally should be doing weird stuff like Gaunt's Ghosts rules or Elder Exodite rules instead of just one more way to take normal kill teams. It just seems like a weird choice to do it so quickly.
Daniel Thompson, sue your dad. I'm already on it. Yeah, we're in a giant legal battle right now. It's not pretty. It's not good. But it is what it is.
Charles Benstead, quick question: is that plasma sight perched? How is the plasma sight perched on the base? There's a pipe that is touching his cloak.
Ass.
One part of his cloak is touching the base, and his staff is touching the base. So overall, he's actually pretty solid. Really, it's just this little finger you got to look out for. That finger is risky. Graham Carpenter, General Grievous. Ah, General Castellan Creed. Thalt. Kill Team should be where they get crazy and have a bunch of rules for themed little squads, like Gaunt's Ghosts and other such things. I agree. I would love to see a bunch of weird stuff, like Inquisitors, and just weird.
You know where a great place to publish those rules is? White Dwarfs.
Yeah.
Do they say that here's these rules in the White Dwarf? But you can't play this in a tournament.
No, I think they're officially published rules.
Interesting.
So yeah, if they came out with orc rules, you'd have to track down a White Dwarf PDF online.
You want to hear a secret?
Mm-hmm.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
I do think that's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
I also think something that I think that they should do, and maybe they do this and I don't know anything, but I feel like in the books they should say, hey, by the way, these might not be perfect all the time, and we periodically update them with extra rules. Go to this website, maybe put a QR code in the book, and you should check this periodically to make sure that, because sometimes the rules change over time. That would be nice. Or have it be an app, but then it just automatically changes.
Yeah, an app would be awesome.
Either way.
Battle Brothers Tabletop, I do like them honestly, but I really want to see fun, weird stuff out of left field. The compendium should have been a free PDF download, to be honest. Yes. Holy cow, should it have been. Can you imagine how much people would have, I think people would have been shocked if it was a free PDF.
I mean, technically it was for us.
Yeah. I don't know what you mean by that. But yeah, because
easily, yeah.
Really, that was the big sticking point for most people. Is the rule book is expensive and the compendium is expensive. When in reality, the compendium does not deserve to be $50.
No.
Zartar K, ever assembled a Ghost Keel battlesuit? I am doing one right now, and I think it's super cool. They model the interior cockpit and pilot, but I am like, where the fook are her legs? I've never assembled a Tau. YouTube channel. I want an army where everyone is pointing. Jatch, looks like you've managed to decide between Sisters and Death Guard. Yep, Necrons.
Woo!
It was staring me in the face the whole time. 5,000 points of Necrons is not nearly enough.
Necrons.
Doomslayer, I don't know what the Eldar players are complaining about. Games Workshop, like us, agree that they nailed it the first time. Every time they go back to models and then they say, this is worse, we won't make money. Battle Brothers Tabletop. That being said, I'm having a lot of fun with the compendium teams. Oh yeah, I think the compendium teams rock. I don't really have any complaints about the compendium except for it's goddamn expensive. For no reason.
Yep. I know why. It's because they hate the fans.
Yes. I know some crackpots were saying that the compendium was lazy, but I think having to rebuild the entire game is not lazy. I think lazy would have been porting the rules and special rules and points cost directly from 40k. And then republishing them in a book called Kill Team 2018. where literally some weapons just didn't make sense. Oh yeah, my gun has a 60-inch range. Oh, so it's impossible for it to be outranged? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And a board literally can't be that long? Yep.
Perfect. Yeah, it's dumb. Jam Styles, if only the codexes were put into an app.
I would love an app. I
mean, there technically is an app.
Yeah, but it's not real. It's just a book. It's just a book on my iPhone instead of a normal book. I want an app where I'm like, ooh, what is the special rule for my Necron Warriors again? How does reanimation go? Click on Troop, click on Necron Warrior, it pops up.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe they were listening to everybody, and they're like, well, they just said they wanted an app, so we gave them an app.
Yes, we gave them a thing called an app.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Thompson, I think Kill Team needs better rules for Primaris Lieutenants. I demand each Primaris Lieutenant has completely different rules. I agree. Ooh, imagine Adrax Agatone in Kill Team form. He would absolutely stomp in his Artificer armor and Hand Flamer. And Thunderhammer. Akino Quinones, imagine Inquisitor Karamazov as a Kill Team. Oh, good old Inquisitor Karamazov. He's the guy in a dreadnought. Or sitting on a dreadnought. And I hear he's a really, really fun giant-ass resin model to put together. Skeletal Stevo wanted to say your videos are awesome and love the vibes in each one, especially the EOB complete. Yeah! Good old EOB complete.
Yeah. EOB complete. EOB complete. EOB complete.
Battle Brothers Tabletop, careful, Discourse might hear us. Is she a big promoter of apps?
Or maybe because we were talking about the price.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, the prices are bad. But we all just get over it.
Incorrect. I'm not going to ever get over it.
The prices were too much in 2014, they were too much in 2015, they were too much in 2016, and eventually you just have to give up or be fine.
I mean, I think that, I don't know. I mean, they will always be going up.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like they're ever going to come down. Then, I don't know. I bet, I mean, just like Star Wars Legion, right? Their prices are increasing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I bet everyone's prices are going to have to increase. So buy all the Malifaux you can.
Oh, Malifaux is so dope. I love Malifaux. Yeah, I think though, I'm not that upset at how expensive the GW model kits are, but I think every single book is complete garbage. I'm barely okay with the codexes. And when they try to publish rules in something that's not a codex, I just want to burn it all down. If it was just like I can handle the big rule book. And I would be okay with like a subscription to the codexes. And that's it. I don't want to buy any more codexes. I'm never going to buy the annuals or the army books or the whatever you call them. Those are just garbage.
I think the best playing cards I've ever used are the Malifaux cards.
They're really nice. I think they're PVC. They're plastic.
Yeah, they're really, really nice, and they don't bend.
Yeah.
I mean, you can bend them, but they bend back. Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, I've really abused them a little bit, and they're great.
Yeah.
They're
yeah, I've been spanking them.
Yeah, since they're plastic, they have kind of a nice sheen to them, but they're not glossy.
They also smell amazing. I mean, I want to lick these cards.
And Malifaux is really, really smart. Here, let me just go get my cards. Malifaux is really, really smart in that printed on your cards is the other models for your faction. So you're just staring at models you don't own, but you probably will pretty soon.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm looking at my cards now. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Give it a little shuffle.
All right. This is the back of the Fate deck. And then boom. Ooh, we've got Jonan Vasquez. Ooh, a Coryphée. some dude with dynamite, a scary looking monster, a very scary. Ooh, this is the red Joker. This is one of the very. This card basically means you win, or you win the duel, not the game.
I think it's the black Joker.
Oh, they do smell amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Must be the printing.
Yes.
I thought the red Joker was the good one and the black Joker was the bad one.
I don't know why I think it's the other way, but maybe it's that way. I don't know.
They are directional, which is slightly annoying, but I can deal with that to have nicer looking art. A jackalope. Lady. Ooh. I don't remember this guy. A fire demon. But yeah, these cards are awesome. They feel amazing. They've got amazing art on them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe there's repeats.
No. I don't have any repeats in mine, but I have 1,000 units in the Bayou.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think they probably aren't any repeats in any of them. Maybe the guild, because they're so new, although there might not be a guild deck yet.
But if you don't want to get the deck, you can just use the normal cards. Although it's a lot easier with the
deck. You have to convert. You have to figure out how to convert the jokers, kings, queens, and jacks.
And they do explain it in the book, but you have to do it. That's hard.
Yeah, you probably would get used to it real quick. But instead, you can just buy these lovely cards that just say exactly what it is. And there's two things important on each card. There's the number, and then there's the pips. And so I bet those pips would trip you up.
Yep.
Like a 1 is always going to be a 1 pip, but it's still kind of annoying. EJ and Defiant, does Marbo count as a kill team? No, but you could use him as a captain.
Man, these cards are so good. I like these cards so much. Ah, they smell so good. I want to eat them all. I'm sure I'm getting like cancer from smelling them.
I still can't finish the bridge.
Oh, I can do it. I've gotten a little too good at it. I can do the bridge without putting it on the table. I can do the shuffling without putting it on the table.
Ooh, without the tapping?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good.
I can get to the arch, but I can't make it bridge.
Yeah. We've been ever since we played the first game of Alpha, we've been learning how to do the shuffling and bridge and have it be cool. Yeah.
Kinonez, Malifaux is insanely quality. I have literally no complaints except make more. Me too, I love Malifaux. And what's great is every time you buy the box, you get beautiful cards that have all the rules on them. There's no codexes. There is a codex you can buy that comes with your lore and reprints of all the cards, but you don't need it. I think the reason to buy it maybe is if you're like, ooh, I'm not sure which models I want to buy, and so you buy that, and then you can read every unit and every unit's ability.
Yeah.
Or you just pick what looks cool, and that's probably another good way to do it. Tholt, I feel like the quality of the plastics. I'm fine spending the money I spent on Games Workshop models, but God, the books and other stuff is such highway robbery. I agree.
Yeah. Ooh, Skeletal Stevo. Maybe pitch to the company to make the card smell stronger for a car air freshener. I would have this be an air freshener. Like, it's really nice.
Fresh ink.
Yeah. And then my favorite thing is, if you can get the bridge going, as you're doing the bridge, the air from the cards floats up to your nose and you really smell them. And then I also ate them. Give him a good lick.
Eduardo Diagle, how do you create a Malifaux list? Are the rules free? The rules are free. You can download them from Weird. And the way you create a list is there's 3 types of things in Malifaux. There's your leader, your sub-leader, and henchman. What are they called? It's like a ringleader, a minion. Yeah, a ringleader, a henchman, and a minion. And basically, it's your expensive leader, your not as expensive leader, and troops, essentially. And so you're allowed to bring any number of troops and one henchman for a small game, and then you're supposed to bring your leader, a henchman, and troops in a normal game.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, it's pretty darn simple. And you're not allowed to bring doubles of things. There's a few things in the games that you're allowed to bring multiples of. But usually it's pretty limited to one of each thing.
Yeah, and then there's a crew builder app, too.
Mm-hmm.
You can either get the app on your phone or you can do it in browser. And I think it helps you with because there's certain rules on what you can build and what you can't build. And I think it helps you with that. So maybe reading the book a little to understand how to build a thing,
mm-hmm.
how to build a list, and then jumping over to that and seeing if you can make something. But yeah, and it also depends on what faction, because like the Bayou has 1,000 different things.
Mm-hmm.
It's difficult.
EJ95, how much overtime is too much? I'm at 13.5 hours so far this week. It's Saturday. So is Sunday the last day of your work week? Was today the last day of your work week?
I mean, I guess you could work Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to do more hours. I don't know. I'd probably be done. I probably feel done. Because it depends on what your job is. If you like your job, if you like working that much, if you need the money, It all depends. I know. When I had a normal job, I would consistently do 5 hours of overtime, just always. That was like my norm, McDonald. And then I would occasionally have to do I'd do like 10 if things were like super busy, and that was enough. I didn't want to do any more than that. I always so sometimes I worked at a staging company for concerts and TV and stuff, and I prided myself on being able to not work on Saturdays, because everyone wouldn't finish anything and then would have to work on Saturdays, and it would it started to ruin their lives. I know, this one guy I worked with, and his relationship with his girlfriend fell apart because he was never home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not good. So, yeah, it's pretty rough.
Battle Brothers Tabletop, R.I.P. Norm. It hurts.
God,
Love
it was
Norm.
horrible. Because, man, I was on Instagram, and I'm following a bunch of comedians and stuff, and and I saw people posting pictures of him, oh, wow, it must be his birthday or something good, and then, nope. Yep.
He was the only Canadian I was fine with.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Edward Dangle, how many minis do you need to play a game of Malifaux? Is one box enough? Yeah, a core box should have everything you need to play a small game of Malifaux, and then you can just buy more boxes as you want. Mm-hmm. Yeah, one core box will totally get you going.
Yep. Sean, I used to work 9 months a year at 8 to 14-hour days, and then take 3 months off. That's pretty great. Was it 3 consecutive months off, or would you split those 3 months in the quarters or thirds? That's probably what I would do. Every 4 months, you take a month off.
That would be pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
You could put up with a lot if you know that you're going to get a month off.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that there's someone that I knew who worked like he'd work a ton of days in a row, like 14 days in a row, but then get like a week or two off. Or like a week. I think it was like a week off. It was a weird job. Yeah.
I know when I was taking a lot of welding courses, we heard a lot about underwater welding. And with underwater welding, you work like for 4 months out of the year.
Yeah.
And you only work for like you can only do that job for maybe like 5 years.
Yeah.
And then you're spent.
Yeah, because it's horrible.
Yeah, you're in water that's 0 degrees. You're literally wearing, you can't see through black plastic over your face, underwater in crushing pressure, welding perfectly, because literally every second of your welding is going to be x-rayed to perfection, and if anything is wrong, you're done. Yeah, underwater welding is like, there's like 18 people who do it. And then they just have like the entire year off because they were making $120 an hour.
Yeah. Sean, spring and fall, 1.5 months apiece. That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's a solid vacation. I mean, you could travel the world for a month and a half.
Yeah. Doomslayer happens all the time on boats. 28 days on and 28 days off. That seems pretty cool too.
One of
Boats
the
are
worst
cool.
things. Imagine being on a cruise ship. Like
I would jump
cruise.
off day one.
I remember when I was trying to find my job, it was recommended to me to maybe look at like Carnival Cruise Line or something like that, and then run because they have shows on there, and to maybe like do that, and that sounded horrible.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, but you make a lot of money. I'm like, yeah, but who cares? like your life
cares?
sucks. I mean, Jesus Christ. And it wasn't like that much money.
Yeah.
It was still like 25 an hour, and that's good, but that's not good for having 0 life.
Yeah, you can't leave the boat.
You can't leave the boat. And then when you're not on the boat working, you're not getting paid or making money. That sucks.
You can go back to your quarters.
Yeah. I had a trumpet teacher who played cruise ships, and what he told me, which is hilarious and very inappropriate, is that everyone, like all the crew people, fall in love with each other, essentially, and that becomes a lot of drama.
That sounds about right.
Because everyone has banged each other. Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, cruise ships are awful. They shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
Daniel Thompson. Okay, but underwater welding, you will die. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean, underwater welding or diving in general, construction is just brutal and huge death rates. I can't imagine what using a 1400 degree torch in the pitch black, crushing depths while literally blind could possibly be a problem.
Yeah, that's one of those when robots get good enough.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's a maybe okay kind of a thing. Because, yeah, it's pretty bad. Better Brothers Tabletop. Imagine painting minis on a cruise ship. Good luck edge highlighting. I think cruise ships are pretty smooth.
Yeah, I mean they're like floating countries.
Yeah, compared to like a normal boat.
Rowboat.
Yeah.
You're rowing with one hand, dry brushing with the other. Edouard Digle. Reading Malifaux rules right now, but I already know what I am playing. The Explorer Society Nexus core box, Under the Skin. Sexy Mad Doc with creepy assistance is perfect. Ooh, that's a really, really cool one. I think there was an army I was looking at for Explorer Society. I think it was called Whisper. Malifaux. Explorers Society. Yeah, good old weird. Please give us your money, please, and thank you. It's my favorite.
I love that so much.
Oh yeah, it looks like it's the same thing. The Nexus. Yeah, I like Hush. Is that what? Wait, is that? Under the Skin. Which one is Under the Skin? Ooh, yeah. Under the Skin comes with Dr. Meredith Stanley, the Night Silk Creeper, which is a horribly demonic-looking spider person, and then 3 Berserker Husks, which are like humans that have like cactus quills growing out of them. Yeah, that's pretty dope. That is pretty darn dope. I don't think Malifaux makes anything that's not great. Like, there's some kits that I'm not interested in purchasing, but I'm like, that's epic.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Fairbanks, pro tip: if the salt and pepper shakers disappear on your cruise, there's a plague on board. What? Why would the salt and pepper shakers disappear?
Maybe because people are touching them. People touch them all the time.
Oh, it could be. I feel like that's a pretty low bar of keeping everyone safe. And get rid of the salt. Yeah, but don't shut down Limbo. We'll just get rid of the salt and pepper shakers.
Mm-hmm. EJ95J, how much patience do you have for people making utterly stupid / careless mistakes and causes you and everyone else to work more?
Stupid mistakes, a little bit lenient because I'm stupid too, but careless mistakes are dumb. Yeah, careless mistakes like once, and then you just give them unbelievable grief every time they do it again.
Uh-huh. Yep. Mm-hmm. And then you eat their food. That's a good thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And speaking of eating someone's food.
Oh my goodness gracious! Thank God.
It is 12 o'clock.
Woo!
Yep. It's been a busy day, as it always is.
It has been.
And guess what? Tomorrow's gonna be busy too.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, we had a bunch of videos out this week and a Patreon exclusive episode. We had a Patreon stream. It's all up on the Patreon. Could you believe that we have a Patreon and people should pay us Patreon money, Patreon bucks? But yeah. But we'll have more videos out this week, more streams out this week as well. And our next stream is at 9 p.m. Central on Monday. So join us for that.
Alrighty, everybody. Good night.
Good night.